everybody. It's
Hello.
week 16 of the vlog, I realise.
Okay.
That means that we've been
That's a
doing
long
this
time.
for 4 months,
Christ.
which is quite a long time for it still to be looking like this, considering we only started vlogging just before they started. So they've probably been at it for at least 2.5, 3 months now.
Yeah.
That's all right. So today we look quite mucky because we have been pulling wires out of the ceiling. We're trying to save some money, and we now think that it wasn't actually that much effort. I feel like the tradie could have done it quite quickly.
Yeah, we did it so that they didn't have to and we didn't have to pay him to do it. But to be honest, the amount of time it took us to do it with probably the wrong tools and bad skill,
Yeah.
we're probably better just to pay them to do it, to be honest.
Yeah. But it's done now, so
It's done.
we've done it, and it wasn't too bad. It only took us about an hour, so not the end of the world. But what else has happened this week? Quite a lot. They've actually come back again. As you can see, we've got our door back, which is amazing. It makes such a huge difference in there. They've also taken all the props down inside. What else have they done?
They've taken the soil pipes off the side of the house, which you can't see, it's off camera.
Yeah, it was literally today they took the soil pipes off.
They've put in some soil pipes in a wall.
Yes, the soil pipe isn't there, but they've like cut the hole in the wall and put the cisterns in.
They've cut a hole in the roof for the light well.
Yes.
I don't know whether it's a little window or a circular hole in our roof. I think it's a little window.
It's not just a hole, it's got a lid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It's too far away, I can't see it.
Yeah. What else? I mean, Darren, the electrician's done loads of stuff. He's done loads of things.
Bigged our internet plan.
Yes, we've got a new internet plan. You can talk through that when we walk around, I guess.
Yeah.
It feels like quite a lot's happened. But really, Greg's just been here, who was our plumber.
Yeah.
He's on holiday next week, so we're very grateful to have had him for a week, but it was a bit bamboozling when literally the first hour he was here, he was like, oh yeah, I'm off next week. And I was like, oh no, go on, Greg, keep going. But he's done all of the first bits that mean that we can actually get started on like underfloor heating and putting the insulation down, which means we'll actually have proper floor fairly soon, which is exciting.
We've also made one fairly major decision.
What's that?
You know what it is?
Kitchen.
The kitchen.
We've chosen our kitchen. So we are working with the Painted Kitchen Company, and they are actually based quite near us, which is amazing. So we're going to go down there tomorrow and have a look at the warehouse. Oh, warehouse? I don't know, showroom, I guess. But yeah, finally we've got it locked in. We're going for wooden fronts, and they're doing the fitting and painting for us as well.
Yep. And when do they think it's going to be in?
Oh yeah, this is the best bit. So they actually can fit at the end of August, but we're away. So we're going to do it early September, which means, I mean, who knows if it'll be working, or I don't know exactly how kitchen fitting works, but we will have kitchen units in the kitchen in September, which is amazing news.
Very amazing news.
Because by then we'll have bathrooms as well, and hopefully one bedroom, so we won't be far off from being able to use this place properly.
So by the end of the summer, we want to have a bedroom, a bathroom, and a kitchen.
Yeah.
Finished, livable, like working. The
Maybe,
rest of the house can be in disrepair. Those elements, once those are in, we can live in it, or at least spend the night or a couple of nights here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so I don't know if everyone knows, but we have only sort of, hired the building company for the first fix, really, of other than bedroom and bathrooms, because we haven't got the money to pay them for the whole job. So once they're gone, I'm going to have to run the project of getting it all finished, which should be all right. It's kind of, I joke with people that we're getting it to the point where most people buy a renovation project. It's mainly decoration and the surface level stuff that will be left, which is fine. I'm happy with that. I was not happy with dealing with the first fix, plumbing and electrics, but yeah, we're nearly there with that now.
We're nearly there.
So yeah, should we give you a tour? Let's have a walk around.
Yeah. All right, so first thing, we have our doorway back. So out of the back we can get lots of light in, and it's all very nice because we can open the door and get all the dust out as well. Now, I wanted to talk to you about internet, because with the architects we said we want internet everywhere, we want it to be really fast. And they put Ethernet cables like everywhere, almost every room. Our electrician is also an IT techie nerd, so I spoke to him about what we should do, and I'm planning on putting in a Wi-Fi mesh. Those of you that don't know what that is, it's basically you have one Wi-Fi box into a sort of, I think it's called a controller, which is like kicking out the Wi-Fi to the rest of the boxes, and then it's like you have one unified sort of big bubble of Wi-Fi instead of just connecting to one, and when you're on the other side of the house, you can't connect to that, so it's really slow, so blah, blah, blah. So you have a bunch of access points everywhere, and it makes it really quick, easy internet. So he suggested that the internet comes in here, and we have one Ethernet cable there, so that the internet can come in, And then we'll have one more Ethernet cable in the other top right side of the house, so it's at the furthest away point, for if we need to have fast internet over there. But the mesh should be enough, so shouldn't be a problem. The other stuff Darren has done is he has put in all of these lovely cables. I've never seen what plugs look like before there's floor and stuff, but apparently this is it. So these tubes are all full of cables and they all come into there, and then that's going to be a plug at some point. I like how he's cut that sort of curved bit out. Gone like, yeah, that's satisfying. He's a man of quality.
He's very particular, isn't he?
So here they all are. They're all everywhere. They're all in here as well, and they're starting to appear in here. These will obviously be all under the floor, underneath the underfloor heating and insulation. Meg wants to explain something.
Yeah, so I am the same as Miles. I had no idea how this normally works. Darren does, our electrician, obviously. And just for some context, Darren is Miles' friend from an old job. They both used to work at that techie IT company before. So him saying that he's a techie nerd, Miles is one too, but maybe not as much as Darren. Anyway, he said it's not normal to put them underneath the floor, but because we have the opportunity to, it makes sense. And then, if you see in here, he's chased up from the bottom, and it just causes less damage on the walls because we're already doing this. So skirting board will come up to here anyway, so it's only that little bit of wall that actually needs filling in, which was something that I hadn't really considered. But obviously for lighting and stuff, I'll have to do it anyway, but I thought that was quite cool. All right, let's take you upstairs because there's a few bits that have happened up there too. We're actually starting to get some visual bits done now, which is really exciting. How many shots of me running up the stairs are there? All right. So, possibly my most favourite thing that's happened is if you look up, we have a hole in the roof. Ah, that is our light well. So there will be ceilings in here again. Hadn't really considered vaulting all these ceilings, but we're not going to do that. So there'll be a hole here. You can see where they put the supports in. So the hole will be there above our bath, which is very nice. He has also built the structure for our sink. So we're going to hang, I think he's made this for, not sure, but we're going to hang our vanity here, which was Greg's idea as well, which is a brilliant idea. Therefore, I don't need to make little leggies for it because it's too short. And then all these pipes, and they've started building out this wall again. And then in here, they built us our shelf. So the cistern is built inside here. And then this is going to be tiled all the way up to the edge of the window. So that's really exciting. What else have they done? Oh yeah, the floorboards. So there are many, many holes in this house from doing downstairs and everything, but they patched it all up. So obviously they haven't finished it yet, but this was a big gaping hole because there's a chimney here before. So this is exciting. So we also had this bit done because this is where the wall got taken out. So this is our steel that they put in, and to thread it in, they had to cut out loads of floorboards. So to get these floorboards, we got them from downstairs because we got rid of all of the floorboards downstairs because we had wood rot and we'd have to lift them, treat them and put them back down anyway. So we got concrete floor. We kept a load that weren't destroyed, and then me and Miles a couple of weeks ago sprayed them down with wood rot treatment. And now they are in our floor. So wish us luck that it doesn't cause wood rot in the entire upstairs because that would be a very costly issue. Oh yeah, so the garden, can you see those stripes? That's how deadly the wood rot treatment is. Pretty grim, hey? In this room, we have a lot of our pipe work. So these go up into the roof and they are going to the hot water cylinder and back down to the heat pump. So this is all of our water system. I think that side goes underneath the floor and is going to go over to the bathrooms to supply the water over there. But a cool thing that actually, I think it was my idea, might have been the architect's idea, not sure, is to have all these pipes here going along, because then I can just put a false wall in here. And I say I because it'll probably be me and Miles building it. I don't think we'll pay the builders to do this. Yeah.
We're not fucking building a stud wall.
Yeah, we can build a stud wall. Right. If it's not supporting, we can build it. I don't think it'll be a problem. We won't plaster it, but I can build the wall. So we'll pack out the wall here, and then all the pipes can hide inside it. Just need to make sure I don't ever drill into the pipes. I've got a chunk more electrics, and then this is the plumbing for our downstairs loo. So that's fun. And then that means that they can lay the floor here, because that was the problem. That's what we were waiting for, basically. And then through here, in our utility room. Oh, you actually can't see the pipes. Oh, yeah, you can. They're hanging from the ceiling. So there's the pipes coming from upstairs. And then here is all the gubbins down here.
There's additional gubbin there.
Oh, yeah. There's more gubbins in here. Oh, yeah, I can show you where they've done the soil stack. So they've been doing drainage stuff back into the sun. So this way, round here, down the side, they've dug a hole out of our patio, and this is where the soil pipe goes currently. I'm pretty sure it's going to go that way and out, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
That's the poop chute.
And then finally, we didn't show you earlier, the soil pipes that have been taken off the side of the house, which are quite fun. Look at them. They're massive. Proper old school things there. But anyway.
Comment below, how many poos do you think have been through those in 50 years?
They're at least 50 years old. They might even be older than that. The one on the back of the house had been there since the house was built.
Thousands then.
Yeah, I think thousands.
Thousands and thousands.
Comment down below what you think. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I think that's all for this week. It is now starting to pick up, so it's getting very exciting. Yeah. If you have anything you want to see in particular, please do let us know, and we will try our best to do it. But otherwise, we'll do it.
Like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell.